flowers, but I bought her here. Yeah, I came from Iran. Auntie and she out in Japan. Wait. Woke up in the morning and I went and spent the 50 bucks. How was you? Ran out in Colombia. And she called my phone. That's not my son. Walked in. 80,000 on my wrist. Yeah, sipping. Don't sip. No way. Walked in this, put on my chains on.
It's a very special edition of NBA 2K TV.
Welcome to our 9th annual 2K TV Awards. Today, we're celebrating the amazing accomplishments from you, the 2K community.
From the GOAT boat to the city, we're spotlighting 10 extraordinary achievers in NBA 2K23.
And in addition to the bragging rights of earning one of these
exclusive
And looking at the explosiveness on the floor tonight, Steve, this game should be filled with highlight reel plays.
I love it, Kevin. Fans love watching these matchups, and we do too.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Adebayo is the big man with Butler slotting in at the 4. Oladipo is out there with Lowry, and it's Scott in at the small forward position. Here's Banton, and here's Trent outside. Here's Barnes, shoots over Scott. Butler passes to Scott. And it's blocked. Now here's Barnes, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Here's Banton, defended by Scott. Passes it to Boucher, over Butler. Boucher's shot is off. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Oladipo. That one drops for him.
Nimble play there from Oladipo in the paint, navigating around the defense and getting that one to go.
Steve, Jimmy Butler is definitely a defensive difference maker.
He is, Kevin. Back in the 2021 season, Butler led the league in steals. He is so committed to forcing you to make mistakes with the ball.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Selfless pass by Butler. He's always ready to put the team's success ahead of his own.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Banton. Trent with it. Toronto working the ball around now. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
You know, if you guys know how to score like Gary Trent Jr., he can fill it up in any situation, firing off quality shots from inside or outside the arc.
The first one falls.
And Gary Trent Jr. certainly has some impressive stats as a result of his skills as a scorer.
Jay, how about 5 30-point games in a row? How about 9 threes in a single game? If he finds his rhythm, he can cause you a lot of trouble.
And, of course, one of the league's longest tenured coaches, GA, is Eric Spoelstra. And he's having a Hall of Fame level career.
And you look at the ground he broke when he was first hired. Not only young, Spo was the first Asian-American head coach in any of the 4 major North American sports league and worked his way up from video coordinator.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
The pass to Barnes. Now Trent. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an over for the first 5 here to start the game.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Now here is Pirtle. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barnes. Miami grabs the miss. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys.
Good shot, though. That's nice.
1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
And that one falls for Boucher.
And when you talk about Chris Boucher, an impressive forward who brings a lot to the table.
On the court for the Heat. At the guard spots, Lowry and Hero. Adebayo is the big man with Butler slotting in at the 4. And it's Scott in at the 3. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Barton. Pass to Boucher. They get a hand on it and stolen by Butler. Right wing. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. Scott, good. And Boucher is one of those guys, Smitty, you love having in your rotation.
Kevin, he can score, rebound, and defend very well, and has shown a willingness to want to get better, which is something you love to see.
That shot, no good. And the Heat going the other way now. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much. And it's a foul called on Doc. That's his first foul. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
That was a good block.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Scott against Barnes. Passes it to Purdy.
Scott against Scotty.
Barton right side, 6 to shoot.
You just can't take that shot with Bam Adebayo on you. His reach is off the charts.
Scott, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Barnes kicks to Barton. Pass to Boucher. On the wing, Barnes. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And a deep roster for the Raptors. But, Smitty, do they have the star power, the star talent to win big?
Well, they have Scotty Barnes. He was last season's Rookie of the Year. His growth will be key. But with Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, all-star caliber players, Toronto's not shy on talent, Kevin.
And it's a foul called on Doc. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul will give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And the Raptors making a change here. Banton's checked in. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Miami. Toronto calls timeout. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank break dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? And they could knock down.
And the Raptors miss again.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And stolen by Barnes. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And here's Trent outside. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Here's Miami now. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Scott, good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Barnes against Scott. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Showing the grit, Scotty Barnes holds his own in the paint.
Oladipo outside. Scott against Barnes. From beyond the arc. And he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Scott. Scott's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Miami. Raptors trail by 17. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now the pass to Benton. Now here's Boucher. Defended by Butler. Boucher passes to Benton. It's hauled in by the Heat. Heroes got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
And Butler, here we go. And it's Butler with the jam.
That's a fantastic dribble move from Butler. He's extremely confident with his dribble.
And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. 19-point game. From downtown. Oh, and the buzzer beat is good.
Big time shot. To the buzzer there. My.
He had to rush that one a little, but terrific stroke from range.
And so it's the Miami Heat in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more in store for you right after this.
What else?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Doc has been sensational.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Not someone they usually rely on to do this, but you need role guys to step up once in a while and help you out.
It's Boucher out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's Barnes. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Benton in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Scott against Barnes. Trent outside. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Poeltl, the pass to Trent. Over Oladipo. Trent can't hit. The Heat leading by 19.
This Heat team does just about everything well. They're one of the top teams in the league on offense and on D. They can win games at either end of the floor.
And it's Miami with another.
You gotta love a veteran point guard. Lowry keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Trent outside. Here's Benton while recovering. Here's Barnes. Miami grabs the miss. Butler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Miami, Smitty, really has succeeded in putting together a complete ball club. I mean, from top to bottom, with all the parts needed.
I totally agree, Kevin.
Oh, put me back on, man.
Substitution on the court.
Thank you. Because I want to take over.
Barnes against Scott. Shot to stop the run. Barnes can't get it to go.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Scott, good.
Okay, that's all I needed.
I'll
I just
tell
need
you,
to get
it's
into
one
the
thing to
20s.
do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Barnes down low. Here's Benton. Gets an open look and hits. Benton's got 7 points in the game.
You can't teach court awareness. Barnes understands when his guys are uncovered.
And so it's the Miami Heat up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. They've been...
I need to get more.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Yurtsevin out there with Cody Zeller. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Scott, and it's Robinson in at the 2 spot.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Oladipo against Flynn. Outside Porter. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own calls. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
Outside Flynn. Porter with it. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Shoots off the step back. Flynn misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Yurtsevin. And another basket for Miami.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Outside Porter. Flynn against Oladipo.
My steals would actually be.
Here's Achua. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Porter looking it over. Inside, Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Scott up top, guarded by Porter. Deep 2 from Robinson. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists now in this one. Raptors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Some changes for Toronto.
I'm good for assists, so if they don't put me back on, I'm happy.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
And I might drop a dub on the dime. If you, like the government, your day ones ain't no.
Wow, you really showed out tonight. Is this the best game of your young career?
No.
Thanks, John. I was just happy to contribute to this victory. I really don't get caught up in all the individuals' numbers. My eyes are always on the final score.
Well, you certainly helped take care of that tonight as well. What can you say about the team effort, though, tonight?
It was a great team effort. We managed to channel the intensity of the crowd into our play and really locked in on defense. Oh, and on offense, we were knocking down open looks. I got a couple open shots to fall. We were able to pull away.
Four or 5 steals.
Okay, let's do this. Alexis, who's up first?
Well, we're starting off with a splash with the announcement of your Cruise captain.
From the very first moment that we set sail in NBA 2K23, this award winner grabbed more wins than anyone else on the GOAT boat.
No stranger to the 2K TV Awards, they're a repeat champion from Season 7. Aye, aye, Captain. Celia is the Cruise Captain Award winner. Congratulations.
Well, Doris, the analytics would tell you that you should take shots at the rim or from beyond the arc, but we still see players who dominate in the mid-range area.
Not some players. We're talking about the best players. LeBron, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. It goes on and on. The fact is, when the games matter the most in the playoffs, you've got to have guys who make tough twos. We're not getting away from the mid-range. Don't worry, B.A.
So a look at our starters for the Heat. The duo inside, Butler and Adebayo. Victor Oladipo is out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's Scott in at the small forward.
Well, the defensive breakdowns allows Kyle Lowry to take advantage and set up an open look for his guy.
Beal finds Wright. Outside Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Beal. Second shot opportunity. Got a hand on it. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Here's Scott. And again, Miami with a triple.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen. The Wizards really came up short last season on the defensive end. They consistently struggled to get stops, which makes it twice as hard to win games.
Now here's Beal. Looking at his scoring efficiency, he's averaging around 29 a game.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Shots good by Scott.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
The Wizards have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. I just wonder how the Wizards can remedy their defensive weaknesses from last year.
Well, B.A., mindset is a big part of it. They just need to have better focus on pressuring the ball handlers and making sure shots are getting well contested.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay. I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Now here's Beal. Last game with 30. Kuzma for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Butler with the ball. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Back to Butler. Over Porzingis. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Here's Beal. Second chance effort. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Miami.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Here's Scott. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Pass to Adebayo. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Porzingis.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
To the paint. Here's Beal. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
Well, the defender's all over him, but this guy is able, Bradley Beal, to play through it and get the score.
And early in his career, Porzingis was a shot creator. You think he can get back to that, Grant?
You know, B.A., yeah. In Dallas, his role was more catch and shoot. So it'll be interesting to see in a different system how active a role KP can fill, especially going to work inside.
Now here's Morris. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Pass to Kispert, fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
No one was surprised last year when they won their season series against this team. And most people expect this to be a repeat of that, too.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest.
And the Wizards with possession here. The Heat making their last shot. Pass to Avdia. Over Love. And good. Got a friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Here's Hero. What? No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Scott.
Deep.
They get it back.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Bro, why? Just...
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Beal outside. Now here's Morris. Pass to Kispert. Porzingis with room to shoot. They shoot again. And he lays it in.
Well, you want Kristaps Porzingis to insert himself off the rebounding aspect. Go to the offensive board and cash in.
Here's Scott. 14 points for him. Here's Adebayo. Great D that time from Porzingis. Here's Morris. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Max Strus picks one up.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Assists. But you
at the line for Washington. Montagne Morris. At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Morris. Both teams will make some.
So to next.
Substitution on the court.
And Miami has possession. Oladipo finds Butler. Here's Lowry, hounded by Wright. Here's Scott. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. 17 points in the game.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress. Now, guys, when you think about this Miami Heat team, you hear a lot of talk about their ability to score. But how about the way they play on both ends of the floor?
Setting the floor for Miami. The duo inside, Butler and Adebayo. Kyle Lowry out there with Victor Oladipo. And it's Scott in at the 3. Shot clock at 3. Goes up on the wing. And another miss by Washington. Defensively, this Heat team was top 3 in points allowed per game and top 5 in defensive efficiency last year.
You know, B.A., that's something that surely isn't talked about enough. And when they're not having their best shooting night, they'll suffocate you on the defensive end.
Open shots.
Time for the Heat. Jimmy Butler.
Just don't get it.
One shot.
With you. I just want my takeover, bro.
The Wizards have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Kuzma outside. Pass to Beal. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Kevin Love's checked in for Miami.
Heat substitution. Kevin Love.
I was kind of hoping for the Heat to win.
Beal from outside. That one no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Scott. Three-pointer off the
Why
mark.
is my timing
Washington
so
has gone
off
just
today?
1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
Very off.
Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Here's Scott, hounded by Beal. Hey, expanding his range. Shot's good by Scott. 20 points for him. And nowadays, switchable defenders are in demand. But we see smaller guards like Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. Doris, these are very capable defenders.
They are, B.A. They also happen to be very prideful competitors. So undersized guards take offense when you try to post them up. And the players you just mentioned, IQ, toughness, and heart, they all enter the equation.
Jacks up a 3. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Now a timeout called by Washington. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
That was a tremendous all-around game. Their intensity was there, and their production was right there along with it, too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Now here's Kuzma. He's got 7. 1:24 left in the second period. Pass to Porzingis. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And the Wizards with possession here. Clock at 6. Kuzma with the ball. Now guarded by Butler. It's Kuzma with the miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Scott. No good.
Come
with the
on,
triple.
my timing is terrible. It's absolutely
Oladipo
terrible.
against Wright. Pass to Beal. Over Oladipo. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Risky strategy here. I mean, shifting their offense more to the outside.
Bam,
we'll
please
see.
get me an assist.
Here's Adebayo. Hits the jump hook. And the replay of that slashing drive to the hoop, courtesy of Mobile One.
With the lead they have, you might think they'd start to settle, but they are still going at the rim strong.
Back to Wright. Kuzma outside. Pass to Beal to end the drought. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
I'll tell you, they're trying to cut into this lead, but he has not hit one this period.
Here's Scott. Goes back up. And he takes it up and lays it in. 25 points in the game.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact. This time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Heat out in front, just dominating this one. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Get up, get loud.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Miami shooting 65%. Their offense has been on another level. Daniel Gafford is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Up top, Beal. Pass to Gafford. 5 to shoot. Kuzma for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now. How about this, Doris? The Wizards haven't been to the conference finals since 1979. Unreal.
That's sad. That's exactly right, BA, and it gives you some sense of how tough it is to be successful in the NBA. Because it's not that long ago that their backcourt consisted of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Many at the time considered it one of the most dangerous in the league and thought they would be here for over a decade. It does show you how hard sustained success is in the NBA.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Shots good by Scott.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Back to Wright. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Kalon Wright with a jump shot looking fluid right now.
Oh, from deep. And again, Miami with a triple. Oh, no. He may have gotten injured right there. Man, he's in a lot of pain.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this.
You good. You good. I need to see my shot. Hang on. Boom. Caught it. Where am I when I shoot? That's far out, bro. Boom. Swish. And then bam gets it.
Certainly your heart goes out to him.
Come on, no. Why'd you take me off? I had my takeover. That's just not nice, man. That's just not nice at all after hitting that shot for you. That's just not nice.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kuzma finds Morris. And here's Porzingis. Some room here for Beal. And that one's on target from the wing.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Shoot, Lowry, bro. Come on.
No problem for Miami as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you later.
Ruffles and Mountain Dew. That's a solid combo right there. So today's gonna be my last day streaming though, cause I'm going on holiday tomorrow for 10 nights. So I'll be back in like a week and a half. So yeah. Yeah. Ten. 10 assists. There you go. How many endorsements do I have now? I've also signed with Adidas. That's crazy, bro. I'm a rookie. No, that's just crazy, man.
You shot a great percentage tonight after some struggles earlier this season. What did you notice tonight with your shooting?
I mean, Coach said those shots are there for me. I know I'm a great shooter, and those open looks are there. You know, I just have to get in rhythm. And going forward, you know, once I find my rhythm, you know, we could definitely build on that.
Do you consider yourself one of the better shooters on this team?
Oh, no doubt, man. I mean, granted, we got a lot of good shooters on this team. I'm not saying I'm the best, though I do shoot at a high clip. You know, but night in and night out, I'm very efficient, and I see myself as a leader in that area. So, yeah.
You definitely look like it tonight. Thank you for your time.
Ugh, not the OG. The current black, white, red.
My name is
I like the Miami
Some of
Heat
y'all might know me
jerseys.
as Sia Medici. He is Celia.
Solid.
Celia. I am a YouTuber. I just want to thank everyone on this journey for allowing me to win this award. I am a returning Beach champion. I won this award back in NBA 2K21. And I'm just so grateful for NBA 2K TV allowing me this opportunity to shine. And I'm back again for this award in NBA 2K23. My most successful build along my 2K journey.
If you're watching, you're not following right now. But I hope you get to 50.
And there's no momentum advantage here because, Brent, both teams have been dominant as of late.
Yeah, Kevin, I think they're both coming in feeling pretty good and pretty confident. So if this game is close down the stretch, who can dig in a little bit deeper to pull this one out?
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Oladipo is out there with Lowry. Then there's Scott. Then it's Butler. And it's Yurtsevin in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Good on the triple.
Good, smart, patient play by Jimmy Butler that time. You leave someone that wide open, and he's going to find him.
Mitchell finds Lopez. And yes, it's good.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
Now, here's Lowry. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Knocked away. Scott the pass to Butler.
Score, Butler.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
It's unfortunate.
And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Cavaliers. You know, Brent, when we talk about destination franchises, Miami has got to be in the conversation for being number one. Agree?
Well, Kevin, if it was December and I invited you to, let's say, South Beach for a dinner, would you come?
Are you kidding me? Of course.
Absolutely you would. But beyond the weather, it's the culture there in Miami, and certainly it keeps attracting top-tier free agents. LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry. And there's more to come. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
To the middle, here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
And with the ball in his hands, Mitchell attracts attention, then breaks down the defense with the pass.
Outside, Scott. Shoots over a Okoro, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
Hang on.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him. Their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Back to Mitchell. Dishes to Mobley. Okoro wide open. He fires. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 4-point game. Nailed from three-point land.
And you make the next pass. Nice job by Lowry there.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. They have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Good stuff, David. They're going to go up against some great shooters, no doubt about it.
I like that they've zeroed in on a specific problem they want to solve. Curious to see their game plan early on.
Well, lots of energy and lots of effort and lots of great reads. That's how you stay connected to the shooters.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Lopez. Karis LeVert comes in for Isaac Okoro. Raul Neto's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Garland. And a new group in for the Heat. Cody Zeller's checked in for Omer Yurtseven. Kevin Love comes in for Butler. Max Strus is checked in for Oladipo. And it's Tyler Hero in for Kyle Lowry.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Well, we know how Tyler Hero's a bucket, but still, lots of room for growth. Last season, the 6th Man of the Year winner. He really did struggle, though, in the postseason. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break add to your total in a hurry.
Now, here's Scott, coming off a stellar performance against Washington.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Rubio, the pass to Osman. Here's LeVert. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made one of them. Outside, Scott drills it from outside. Scott's got 22.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Rubio against Hero. Rubio, the pass to Mobley. Over Zeller. Mobley misses. Here's Scott. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the Miami Heat up by a at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Toke.
Man, that's sad.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
On the court for Miami here in the second. At the guard spots, Lowry and Hero. Yurtseven out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Scott in at the 3 spot. GA, it wasn't long ago that the Cavs were an afterthought in the NBA.
Well, not anymore. I mean, Cleveland has a tremendous young roster. They play some of the toughest D in the NBA, and they're only going to get better in the years to come.
Miami.
Oh, man.
And
What's that?
with some changes. Duncan Robinson comes in for Scott, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Hero. So it's Miami. Their lead at 11 points to end the
score. Your Cavaliers 40, the Heat 51.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Doc has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Oh, wow. Forward and power forward. It's Okoro and Mobley. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Darius Garland. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Karis LeVert has become one of the game's best slashers. He says, honestly, I just go to the front of the rim and work on different spins, getting more comfortable with both hands and finishing. Kyrie Irving did that when he was younger, and that's one of the ways he became a great finisher. Kevin, back to you.
He is a great finisher. David, thanks. He's
why am I not getting
and
these
it's paying off.
assists?
Well, Jimmy Butler can score on all 3 levels, inside, outside, and from distance.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it.
You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Pass to Okoro. Back to Mitchell. Outside Garland. No good, unable to end this run.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley.
Miami ball.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Lowry kicks to Scott. Launches it. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 31 points for Doc.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing. Boy, a fierce competitor. Jimmy Butler puts his heart and soul into the game.
There are not a lot of opponents or players in this league that are going to outwork Jimmy Butler, and he does. He impacts the game in so many ways, and he's all about winning.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Okoro passes to Garland, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. To the inside, Butler with the steal. Lowry dishes to Scott. Puts up a 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for Cleveland. Now here's Okoro, defended by Scott. The wide open look here for Garland. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by Miami.
Here's Scott, and the Heat, another 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Mitchell outside. Down low. to the left side wing. Here's the floater. Miami grabs the miss. Outside, Scott jacks up a three. And again, Miami with the triple.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a three. Here's Lopez. And the layup's good off the glass. Lopez has got 6 points.
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez.
And again for three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Mobley misses. Three-pointer on the way. Good. Another from three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Garland kicks to Okoro. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
You idiots! Substitution on the court.
There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now Mitchell. Nice D from Oladipo. And so it's the Heat leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing zone.
7-7.
Put me back on. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Please, man, just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Let's go. And let's look at my takeover.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Zeller, Caleb Martin out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Robinson, and it's Scott in at the point guard. And it seems the play-in tournament connects again from distance.
The record! Let's go!
With a beautiful.
I just broke the record. Let's go, baby. 50.
Everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
That's a new record, man.
Three-point onslaught. Maybe a break in play.
Making history.
Well, this crowd can do nothing but watch in awe, GA. He has been spectacular.
Let's get a few
from
more,
behind the arc tonight has been
let's get a few
tremendous.
more. Come on.
And he's looking like a sniper
No,
out there.
they sucked me off. I think they were just letting me get the record.
Substitution on the court. At the line for your Cavaliers, Ricky Rubio. At the line for one.
Man, let's go. I broke Klay Thompson's record. He can deal with it,
Such a capable floor general and a very strong defender. Ricky Rubio continues to make his impact felt on any ball club that he plays for. Tricky and fun to watch.
Scott can't get it to go.
Man, that would have been amazing.
Mitchell left side. Shoots over Scott. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Lowry passes to Scott. The three connects again.
Yes!
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
Let's
and so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rose to this win. They made it look
in my rookie season.
What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Gatorade! Gatorade!
congratulations on the win. But how do you make it look so easy at such a young age?
Thanks, Nate. I mean, it's definitely not easy. You know, I try to bring that intensity and that.
Never let it me. Old numbers popping up, scam likely. I was in my off-white T Supreme. Trying to a high piece. I made a killing in billions. Still in their feelings of counting blues like your 6 sons, $1 million to free my dog at the. And I might drop a dub on the dime. If you. Like the government, your day ones ain't always the that you come with, huh? Who gon' keep a million from the trunk? Ride through the city with. Really from the slum. Where I'm from, had a whoa, out the window. Oh, see them around my apps, those ain't my.
To them often, Versace on my feet, and you know your daddy bought them for the streets, so you know I never house them. I'm like a GPS, I'ma reroute them. Gemini, send them wild, salty.
Loyalty over royalty, I know the vibes.
Whooped it, on my side of some movie.
love flipping.
Brand new bag.
Be without fear in the face.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
Take it too hard. Super bounce.
Let the games begin.
I'm the one who put it on my back. I need my love.
Sit by myself, talking to them.
Pull up the single turn. Oh, never let it. Yo, I can't stop.
Board members.
I've messed up.
The feeling's coming, but you don't know. Board members.
Okay, to set up this next category, it's only appropriate to jump into 2K TV Interactive.
Get ready to flex your knowledge and earn some VC. 2K TV will be celebrating how many seasons in 2K24?
Is it 7, 8, 9, or 10 seasons?
Let's go!
2K TV here with Anthony Davis.
Oh my goodness!
Well, at this early stage of the season, what's the biggest challenge for a team, Grant?
Well, you know, BA, early on, some teams know what kind of club they are. But for a lot of teams that have some turnover or coaching change, it's about finding who you are, finding your identity, figuring out what style is going to work.
So a look at our starters for the Heat. We've got Kyle Lowry, Omer Yurtseven out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Victor Oladipo, and it's Scott in at the 3, the small forward. Back to Conley. Right side, Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. Here's Butler. Basket is good with the setup from Oladipo.
What a nice touch on the floater. Butler has perfected that shot, has it down to a science.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the mobile 1 drive.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
And that one's good from Conley.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive angle. Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Outside McDaniels. It's hauled in by the Heat. Oladipo left side over Edwards, and Oladipo with the basket on the assist by Butler.
You know, Jimmy's really a great playmaker from the wing spot, and I think at times Butler can play point forward.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's Towns. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, good effort that time from Towns on the offensive board, ensuring that his team is able to end that possession with points.
Yurtseven against Gobert. And Yurtseven gets it to go.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Conley against Lowry.
Shoes.
Outside Conley. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts and he has the skill.
Come on, how is that not in?
Go. The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Edwards, a pass to Conley. Shoots from 12. Towns doesn't go for him. And Miami will go the other way with it. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
This wasn't a favorable matchup for them last season. Surprisingly, they got swept. And it...
I'm subbed off already. Don't even have my takeover.
Here's Noel. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Jalen Noel out there with Mike Conley. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
And the Heat shooting about 56% in this one. Shots good by Scott.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Butler with the ball. Towns covering. Here's Scott. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 5 assists in the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Miami.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Scott. The rebound by
that's
the Timberwolves.
bad, bro.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
McDaniels against Robinson. They get the rebound. Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback. He wasn't going to be denied.
Thank you.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Miami.
Wait, how many am I on? I'm on 5.
Is very efficient. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, you want to maximize your offense in all the different ways in your menu without feeling like you're taking turns. I don't think anyone would say that about our team. They're an unselfish group that likes sharing the ball, and they enjoy each other's success. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Pass to Noel. Goes up with it again. The kick out to Conley. From deep. Here's Noel. Shoots over Hero. Noel, that's good.
Oh, the fact that they ended up getting that
He
is
does
sad.
not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Well, Clark, it's getting harder to find players' true positions. We've got bigs who bring the ball up the court. We got guards
Imagine how
who
much
defend
points
the
I would
post.
score if I actually
Yeah,
had
it's a
proper
very
minutes, bro.
different kind of a game. Actually, we hear this phrase positionless basketball all the time, BA, but the skill level of players is so vast now. I mean, everybody handles the ball, wings and bigs, and you mix and match skills across the court and at every position. So a lot of diversity in the skill set of players in today's game.
Outside Edwards. Here's Prince. Offline with a 3.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Shots good by Scott.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous.
How am I doing right now? I'm on 7. I'm on 7.
It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Conley. Here's Edwards. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Prince. 6 on the shot clock. The shot won't fall, and Miami will go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
And the shot goes.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Shots good by Scott.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Now here's Anderson. Down low. And There's Conley. That one's good. And the assist by Anderson. And the Heat with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Inside. Here's Butler. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Butler's got 7 points in the game.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Outside Edwards. Over Oladipo. No good on the buzzer beater. And
with the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves.
How many threes? What? 9. So I need
the Heat
7.
49.
Doable.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Conley.
Boy, you get everything you want from a young star in Anthony Edwards. I mean, excellent all-out energy in every minute he's on the floor. Plays hard and with great intensity, and he's got a commitment to working hard in practice. That is a really good combination for one of your franchise players.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. A myriad 7 out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Kyle Lowry. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Scott in at the small forward position. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. Here's the 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Butler's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Well, practice certainly has paid off when you look at Anthony Edwards' stat line, Clark.
11. I need 5. Okay.
Yeah, improving across the board, BA, and that doesn't just happen by accident or osmosis.
6.
You got to put the work in. In almost every category, his game is only getting stronger and better. The future, extremely bright for this young man, especially if he can keep that arrow green and going forward.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses. The defense daring him to take that shot, and he obliges with the misfire.
Pass to Edwards. Here's Towns. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Missed inside.
Rough start to the third quarter. We'll give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels to end the run. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Heat have gotten 3 or 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Give him 35.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Outside Conley. Back to Edwards. Takes the 3. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
Shot's good by Scott.
No.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said, we're a pretty young league when you think...
Good! Another from 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Outside Edwards. The 3 connects from downtown. Edwards got himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And again for 3.
And what a fireworks. display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. McDaniels passes to Towns. Gobert inside. He's covered by Yurtseven. Gobert, no good.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Connects again from distance.
I don't think I've ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
And by the way, with that make, he's now alone in second place for most threes in a game. At this point, you have to go for that top spot, right? It's good on the putback.
And you see Towns with the big, sure hand controlling that putback.
Here's Scott. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
McDaniels can't hit.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work.
Good! Another from three.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
He is now tied for the most threes in a game. An incredible shooting night for him on a night we'll never forget. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Edwards. Back to Gobert. Edwards finds Gobert. Good D by Yurtseven.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight.
And again for three.
Great Lord! Second in a row.
Beautiful three.
A new single game record and a night that everyone will remember the rest of their lives.
He takes a breather from his ongoing three-point barrage. What a game.
Doing damage on the road. You talk about a big-time performance.
It seems like every three he's throwing up is going in, guys. No stopping this guy once he gets going like this.
So is Miami, showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. And don't go far.
I want to be Kyrie's record in a game.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it's really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Torian Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Naz Reid, then it's Jalen Noel, and it's Alexander Walker in at the two. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Noel. Back to Alexander Walker. And in international soccer, we see the worst teams relegated to a lower tier. Clark, you think the NBA needs more consequences for losing?
You know, I don't think there are more needed, Brian, when you consider the fact that flattening the lottery odds was a step in the right direction recently. And then you think about the play-in tournament as well. I think that, too, adds a level of disincentive for losing. So right now, I think the NBA is in a pretty good place in terms of dissuading teams from losing.
On the wing, Noel. Pass to Alexander Walker. Just 4 to shoot. Looking to end the run. Knocked away.
That's been the difference tonight. They've been insanely disruptive on the glass.
Offensive rebound. Anderson can't get it to go.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Pass to Reid. It's hauled in by the Heat.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Here's Scott. No good from outside. The Timberwolves have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Pass to Scott. And players weather some verbal abuse from fans on the road. Clark, we've seen some of them say they'll mirror that energy. What do you think about that?
Well, I tell you, it's interesting, Brian. Clearly fans have a right to cheer and say things, but they can't be abusive. And just because you buy a ticket doesn't give you a right to treat the players as if they're not human. And we've seen fans cross the line in that regard. That's unacceptable. As a player, your impact is best felt on the court, so you have to control your emotions, but the fans and the venues have a responsibility to make sure that people who have a ticket act as they should for having that ticket, not feeling as though they can do or say anything they want to the player.
It's deflected. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Here's Zeller. Ooh, here's Zeller. Slams it home.
Well, you can't allow Zeller to get established like that. I mean, that kind of position, he's going to dunk it easily.
Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. To stop the run, Prince with the bucket.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory for the Heat.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
When it is just a two-game season series, the team winning